What's your man? Oh, you got sauce ready. I'm sorry, I didn't hear. You already got what? Ready? Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. What's that? Hey, Mayor, go ahead. We just, I was going. We'll get started.
All right, it is, oh, we got a minute yet. Okay, we're gonna slow your roll, slow your roll. Right.
Hey, man. Hey, don't come in tomorrow morning. So, I need a late. All right. See the guy, it's, he's doing that. Yeah, you ain't coming up with that. It ain't up on the phone. Let me do it again. No. Yes. Okay.
All right, it is 6 o'clock officially now. So I'd ask that we open up our city council meeting for Monday, July 6th, 2026. I ask that we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the invocation.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us remain standing and prepare yourselves as you see fit. Most gracious and Heavenly Father, Lord, we come to this day to say thank you, oh Father God. We thank you for all the blessings that you give us. Lord, we ask that you continue to watch over the families of the Evans and in the loss of his brother. We ask that you continue to watch over the Mary Ross Cunningham family in the loss of our county board vice chair, Mary Ross Cunningham. And Lord, we ask as we move through this meeting, that those that are being promoted in the fire department, we ask for your grace and mercy on them as they move to other challenges of their lives, oh Father God.
Amen.
We ask that you continue to watch over and bless them.
Amen.
As we start the city council meeting, we ask that you continue to watch over all of us, those that are here today, those that may wish to have come, but we're not able to. We ask that all things be done decent and in order. This is my prayer in your darling son Jesus' name and for his sake. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
All right. Roll call.
Alderman Jackson.
Present.
Alderman Coleman. Alderman Evans.
Here.
Alderman Allen.
Here.
Alderman Ray. Alderman Murphy. Alderman Brooks.
Present.
All right, let the record show that Alderman Ray did call. She is under the weather. She had surgery and she's healing from that, and she will not be able to attend. And Alderman Coleman did send a message that he is at work and wish to be done remotely. So at this time, can we have a motion to enter Alderman Coleman into the meeting?
So move. Second.
It's been moved by Alderman Allen, second by Alderman Brooks, that Alderman Coleman be brought in via Zoom. Are there any questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. At this time, Alderman Coleman, are you there? Alderman Coleman.
I'm here.
Okay, you are now into the meeting via Zoom. And thank you for your email to let us know that I know you're working and we appreciate all that you do. So now at this time, we have some promotions that needs to be taken care of. And at this time, I ask that Battalion Chief Dinkins, please come forward. Everybody be swearing him in as our new deputy chief. And before I do that, before we do that, you know, had an opportunity to speak to as a big day for this. And, you know, one of the things to talk about, and being employed, have an opportunity to go to the right. That higher position. And this is the gentleman that as I found out, we got pretty much the same time together. He came in what, 24, I came in 25, and I was had an opportunity to see this gentleman become breathed that today. And I'll just say, and you look around the room, of all these employees, the fire department. And here, I know that position that when that call comes out, no matter what it is, they're going to respond to it. Whether it's a fire, or medical emergency, or an accident, these are the gentlemen that go and when they come at a person that is in trouble, looks to them for that help. And trust me, when they see that person, they may be in pain, but they know that there's someone there to help them try to get through their situation. And also, I appreciate all that you've done in the city of North Chicago to get to where you're at as deputy chief. So at this time, I'd like to swear you in, but do you have family here? Okay. Your partner? You've been with them all this time, I think they should be with you as you support in this position. Right. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and state your name, I solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution and laws of the state of Illinois, and the ordinance and rules and regulations of the city of North Chicago. And I will faithfully discharge the duties of the position of deputy chief to the best of my ability. I will further swear to uphold the mission of the city of North Chicago, the fire department, and the works to fulfill its vision and to the best of my ability. Congratulations, sir. Each of you can know. You'd like to say something? Sure. But, you know, this is an opportunity, those photos that you have an opportunity to take down, last a lifetime. You don't take advantage of it, and, you know, you miss out. You never had that opportunity again, so that's why I say come up with these. All yours.
Thank everybody very much. Thank the mayor and, the alderman. Thank you for the opportunity. The deputy chief never had one as fire department, so I'm excited, this, and good things for you guys, for the city. For the community. Ready to get started and do my best, so thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, congratulations. Good, thank you, God bless. Thomas, I expect you to teach us. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations, and thank you.
Here it goes. Right.
Almost. Thank you. Thank you for all that you've done. So you have family. One of family. Somebody else that take it?
Where's Jack?
So you're gonna be moved to county chief of the city of North Chicago. Thank you for all that you've done and, all that you, have helped the city with. So at this time, I ask you to raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and laws of the state of Illinois and the orders and rules and regulations of the city of North Chicago. And I will faithfully discharge the duties of the position of battalion chief to the best of my ability. And I will further swear upon the mission of the city of North Chicago's fire department and work to fulfill its vision to the best of my ability.
All right. Okay.
Okay. And gotta go.
Would you like to take out resolution here, because I'm gonna take out three of them, because I got some people behind me. You wanna take that one out, so we can do that? Okay. Yeah. We're not gonna read it. You're not gonna read it? I got some people coming in here, like, some more people that come in.
Congratulations and thank you.
What they give me? Just want to recognize the old people in the city, because I just feel like we wait till somebody die, then we want to recognize her. We used to be there. Right, but we stopped. But I'm sorry to do it. I'm gonna start back doing it. They 90+ years old, 94 years old.
Yeah.
Camden firefighters right here, and I'm sure they can tell some stories of what they've done in support of their community. And just to make sure that, again, their residents, as I call them, their guests that come into their communities, the support that you've given them. So we thank you for your service and you've done. All right. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution and laws of the state of Illinois, the ordinance, rules, and regulations of the city of North Chicago, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the position of lieutenant to the best of my ability. And I will further swear to uphold the mission of the city of North Chicago's fire department. And I will work to fulfill its mission to the best of my ability.
All right.
Now she knows. Come here.
Young man.
The little.
Young man. Congratulations. Speak. 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 Yeah, you gotta speak. Here. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Congratulations and thank you.
Well, congratulations to each one of you. I know you do a great job in the city of North Chicago. Thank you so much.
That one didn't work. That's the one I told you.
From downstairs.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did it come on? While they're going out.
I think, yeah.
Is everything electronic in this place on the press? It just seems like. Microphones are out.
Testing. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Are they here? Okay. It's not working. That one in the handhelds are not working. That's why I said use Coleman's.
How's that one?
Turn on Coleman's.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's-
that'll work.
So use that.
That whoever's here will read
Then
that
we take the
resolution.
They're here.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, then good. We'll just pass everything. That way they won't have to read it and say if you're all in favor, aye. We'll just pass it down and then we'll read each one as it comes.
Okay.
I think we got gremlins.
Okay,
We gotta call-
I think we got, yeah, I don't, yeah, I think we got gremlins. And look at stuff and troubleshooting.
You look like you belong.
Yeah. Yeah,
Get some ice from the fire department. All right. Oh,
Thank you, sir. Better be.
big blow. Yeah, I think that was bad. Right? That big blow. All right, I'd like to continue on with our city council meeting. Going into item 4, our omnibus vote agenda. We have a motion to pass the omnibus.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Yes. 4-4. Can I get a motion and a second for the proclamation or resolution for Mary Ross Cunningham?
So moved.
It's been moved by Alderman Evans, second by Alderman Brooks, that 4-4 be passed as presented, read, and then was presented at her passing. Are there any questions on that? Hearing none, can we have a roll call?
Alderman Jackson,
Aye.
Alderman Coleman,
Aye.
Alderman Evans,
Aye.
Alderman Allen,
Aye.
Alderman Murphy,
aye.
Alderman Brooks.
Aye.
Motion carried. Could we please have the resolution for County Board Vice Chair Mary Ross Cunningham read at this time?
Resolution honoring the life, legacy, and public service of Lake County Board Vice Chair, Dr. Mary Ross Cunningham. Whereas Dr. Mary Ross Cunningham devoted more than 2 decades of distinguished service to the people of Lake County, first being elected to the Lake County Board in 2002 to represent District 9, which includes portions of North Chicago and Waukegan. And whereas in 2018, Dr. Mary Ross Cunningham was elected by her fellow board members to serve as Vice Chair of the Lake County Board, becoming the first African-American woman to serve in county board leadership and the second African-American woman elected to the Lake County Board, continuing in the role with honor, integrity, and unwavering commitment until her passing. And whereas throughout her tenure, Dr. Mary Ross Cunningham served with distinction on numerous committees and commissions, including as Chair of the Law and Judicial Committee and Chair of the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. She served on the Governing Council of the Lake County Health Department and the Workforce Development Board. She was Lake County's representative to the National Association of Counties and served on that board, Veterans and Military Service Committee and the Community Economic and Enforcement Steering Committee. And whereas Dr. Mary Ross Cunningham championed meaningful initiatives that improve the lives of residents, including the establishment of Martin Luther King Jr. Day as a fixed holiday for county employees, and she worked closely with former Illinois State Secretary of State Jesse White on efforts to support driver's license reinstatement opportunities. And whereas prior to her service on the county board, Dr. Mary Ross Cunningham dedicated 29 years to caring for veterans at the Veterans Administration Hospital in North Chicago, reflecting her lifelong commitment to service, compassion, and advocacy for those in need. And whereas Dr. Mary Ross Cunningham was a tireless advocate for veterans, families, affordable housing, economic opportunity, criminal justice reform, and individuals experiencing homelessness, dedicating countless hours to organizations, including the Lake County Housing Authority, Community Action Partnership, and PADS Lake County. And whereas through her steadfast leadership, unwavering advocacy, and dedication to the public service, Dr. Mary Ross Cunningham was a tireless champion for the city of North Chicago, ensuring our community received vital county funding, meaningful support, and strong representation. Her commitment to improving the lives of residents has left a lasting impact on our city, and her legacy of service will continue to inspire generations to come. She will be profoundly missed by the city of North Chicago and all who had the privilege of knowing and working alongside her. Now therefore be it resolved that Mayor Leon Rockingham Jr. and City Council of the City of North Chicago do hereby honor and celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. Mary Ross Cunningham, expressing profound gratitude for her extraordinary public service, leadership, and dedication. Be it further resolved that the City of North Chicago extends its deepest condolences and heartfelt sympathies to her family, friends, colleagues, and all who were blessed to know and work alongside her.
Thank you. Thank you for reading that. I know that, Dr. Mary Ross Cunningham, passed away, recently, and they had her services on Friday. We presented this resolution, during that service. But, I just want to say, the time that I had an opportunity to know her and work with her, as mayor, she definitely wanted to make sure that the city of North Chicago was able to receive the necessary funding from the county as they move forward. There was never a time that I could not pick up the phone and call her and she would respond and work with me on many issues. So I know that there were several aldermen that was there at the funeral. We want to thank you for representing us. I didn't know if you had anything that you may want to say regarding the funeral? Anyone?
It was great.
It was, okay,
Good.
all right. So again, we thank Dr. Mary Ross Cunningham for all of her services that she did for the city of North Chicago. And to her family, again, our deepest condolences. Moving on to omnibus vote agenda. Can we have a motion and a second for the omnibus vote agenda?
So move. Second.
It's been moved by Alderman Allen, second by Alderman Evans, that the omnibus vote agenda be passed as presented. I know we have some resolutions in here that we will read once the omnibus vote agenda is passed, and then we'll move forward from there. Are there any questions on the omnibus?
I have a couple of corrections, please.
City Clerk?
On the agenda initially, the minutes that were going to be corrected under omnibus says July sixth. It should say June 15th, so you're
15th.
actually approving June 16th. June 15th, sorry. And on page 2, North Chicago, Chicago was misspelled. And lastly, Alderman Jackson made a comment for the Special Olympics, not Chief Jackson, Chief of Staff Jackson.
All right, do you amend your motion in second?
Admin.
In the second?
Yes.
Okay. With those corrections that were made. Any other questions? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Coleman,
Yes.
Alderman Evans,
Aye.
Alderman Allen,
Aye.
Alderman Murphy,
Aye.
Alderman Brooks,
Aye.
Alderman Jackson.
Aye.
Motion carried. We have several resolutions. Alderman, would you like to?
Yes.
I think the first one is Elder Gray or. Mhm. Sure, no, go right ahead. Yeah, the mics should be working.
Just press the button.
Press the button. Yeah.
There we go.
Like I said, the reason I brought this up about a resolution for some of the seniors that's 90+ years old in our city of North Chicago, they've been a pillar in our community. And I've been going to a lot of homegoing ceremony, and people always talk about somebody good when they dead and go home. They can't even hear what you're talking about. So I just said, we want to make sure that our citizens hear what we talking about them, some good things and what we had to do in the city of North Chicago. So I had a plaque made up for Mr. Gray. Elmer Gray, could you please come up? And yeah, just take your time, take your time. That's what we gotta focus on.
Mhm.
You've been a pillar in this community, and we have a plaque for you here. You've been a pillar of North Chicago. Highly respected, active, involved, and reliable for the city of North Chicago. And Mayor Young Rockingham and Bobby Allen and Fort Alderman. We just want to say thank you for being a pillar in our community, being an outstanding citizen for all of what you did, for being 94 years old. God bless you. Thank you. Come on, get a picture. Come around. Come around. Hey, okay. Turn the title. All right. Thank you.
Alderman,
Ray, you want to say something, Mr. Gray? Okay, thank you. Hey, this is the resolution, go with it.
Would you like me?
No.
I can,
Yeah.
when I need it back.
Oh,
Yes.
you know what? Let's do that. Yeah, I think it's appropriate to,
Have a sit down.
yeah, have them sit down, but we like to read the resolution. Because, no, she needs it.
She needs it back.
She needs it. We'll give it back, trust us.
That's okay.
Okay. Resolution honoring Elmer Gray for a lifetime of service, faith, family, and community contributions. Whereas the mayor and city council of the city of North Chicago take great pride in recognizing residents whose lives exemplify dedication, integrity, service, and commitment to the family and community. And whereas Elmer Gray was born on May 14th, 1932, to Ralph and Margaret Roberts Gray, and was raised in Waukegan, Illinois, where he spent his childhood on Market Street and attended Waukegan schools. And whereas Mr. Gray was one of 7 children, having 4 brothers and 2 sisters, and remains a cherished member of a family whose legacy continues throughout Lake County and beyond. And whereas Mr. Gray has spent the majority of his life residing in the Waukegan and North Chicago communities, contributing to the strength and character of the region through his work, faith, and civic engagement. And whereas Mr. Gray is the proud father of 7 adult children and has been blessed with numerous grandchildren and great-grandchildren, creating a lasting family legacy that spans generations. And whereas Mr. Gray dedicated many years of service to the workforce, retiring from Johns Manville Corporation in Waukegan, Illinois, and also serving the communities of Waukegan and North Chicago through his employment with both municipalities. And whereas Mr. Gray was a faithful member of Christian Valley Missionary Baptist Church during the leadership of Reverend Anthony Morgan, where he joyfully served through worship and fellowship, and especially enjoyed singing in the church choir. And whereas Mr. Gray has long been known for his love of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, proudly owning and riding motorcycles well into his 80s, demonstrating an adventurous spirit and enthusiasm for life. And whereas Mr. Gray has been an avid supporter and fan of basketball and football, sharing his passion for sports with families, friends, and members of the community. And whereas when asked by a young person what advice he would give for living a long and meaningful life, Mr. Gray offered the simple yet profound wisdom: talk to God. Be careful of the company you keep. And whereas the life of Elmer Gray serves as an inspiration to future generations through his example of faith, perseverance, devotion, and family, strong work ethic, and commitment to community values. Now therefore be it resolved that the mayor and city council of the city of North Chicago do hereby honor and recognize Elmer Gray for his remarkable life, his many contributions to the Waukegan and North Chicago communities, and his enduring life legacy of faith, family, and service.
Mr. Gray, I will just say, congratulations, but I can remember you on that Harley.
I'm at Harley.
That's, yeah, and you all, and one thing about it, you kept it clean too, so. Congratulations.
I will say, if I look as good as you do at that age, man, you look good, brother.
Can I have Miss Essie Eagle come up? Receive her flag? Now, here this, you go back, way back, He's the star, David.
Who is he doing?
Take it down, take it down. You know I'm gonna give it to me.
Yeah, right here. Turn around, face the wall.
And the same thing, Mr. S.C. Jeter, we want to thank you for being a pillar in the city of North Chicago, for highly respect and your active involvement. Like I said, you worked in the church for how many, 60 years in the church of Christian Valley and Revival, always can count on you. I mean, we didn't Easter Star for years, they always counted on you for all the time. I want to say thank you for all the work you did in the city of North Chicago. I get a picture. Can I bring the family up and get a picture with the family here?
You want me to read the resolution now?
Yeah. Here.
Alderman Allen,
Yeah.
should I read the resolution while they're doing the pictures? Should I read the resolution while they're doing the picture? Come on, let's. Resolution honoring Mother Essie Geter. For a lifetime of faith, service, resilience, and community leadership. Whereas the mayor and city council of the city of North Chicago take great pride in recognizing residents whose lives exemplify dedication, perseverance, faith, and service to their community. And whereas Mother Essie Jeter was born in Clarendon, Arkansas in 1932 and relocated with her family to Wabash, Arkansas in 1947, where she was raised as the ninth of 10 children. And whereas in 1951, she married her neighborhood sweetheart, and together they built a loving family and shared a life grounded in faith, commitment, and service. And whereas Mother Jeter later relocated to the Chicagoland area, residing in communities including Chicago, Waukegan, and North Chicago, where she became a respected and valuable member of the community. And whereas after becoming a widow at the age of 32, she demonstrated remarkable strength, courage, and determination while continuing to serve others and remain steadfast in her faith. And whereas Mother Jeter became a member of Shiloh Baptist Church in 1964 and later united with Christian Valley Missionary Baptist Church under the leadership of Reverend Clarence Clark and the current leadership of Reverend Anthony Morgan, faithfully serving her church family for many years. And whereas she dedicated countless hours of service on the nursing board and faithfully oversaw the operation of the church kitchen, ensuring that members and visitors experienced care, hospitality, and fellowship. And whereas Mother Jeter was also an active member of the Order of the Eastern Star from the mid-1980s through 1990, serving honorably as matron of honor and demonstrating outstanding leadership and commitment to community service. And whereas she retired from Ocean Spray after 20 years of dedicated employment and service, leaving a legacy of hard work, professionalism, and excellence. And whereas throughout her 90 plus years of life, Mother Jeter has overcome extraordinary challenges, including surviving the Great Depression, triple bypass heart surgery, hip replacement surgery, COVID-19, and cancer, while maintaining unwavering faith and trust in God. And whereas her life serves as a shining example of resilience, humility, perseverance, and Christian devotion, inspiring generations of family members, church members, friends, and community residents. And whereas Mother Jeter continues to encourage others through her words of wisdom, staying prayerful, be humble, and put God first. And whereas her remarkable life and contributions have brought honor and distinction to her family, church, and community. Now therefore be it resolved that the mayor and the city council of the city of North Chicago do hereby recognize and honor Mother Essie Jeter for her lifetime of faith, service, leadership, perseverance, and dedication to God, family, church, and community. Be it further resolved that the city of North Chicago expresses its sincere gratitude and appreciation for the lasting impact Mother Jeter has made through her example of faith, service, and steadfast commitment to others.
Alderman. Ms. Jeter, let me just say, thank you. Thank you for your many years that you have served. You know, it says it in the resolution, but there's some things in the resolution it doesn't say. Not trying to get political, but thank you for my support, because she helped get me up in here on I'm just saying, I'm not trying, but thank you, because you have been there for many of us in regards to, I think even probably back Bobby Thompson, and you know, just your commitment. Thank you. Thank you so much, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
And I forgot one thing. I gave you a card. Everyone gonna give a Happy Meal, and you can go to Popeye's Chicken, get your chicken done. Got two more. Be patient with me here. Got one here for Tanya Sam. Could she come up? Sorry, come up here. Tanya Sam. Tanya.
Resolution honoring Mrs. Chanester Sims for her lifetime of service, faith, family commitment, and community dedication. Sorry. Whereas the mayor and city council of the city of North Chicago take great pride in recognizing citizens whose lives exemplify dedication, perseverance, service, and commitment to their families and communities. And whereas Mrs. Sinester Sims was born on August 18th, 1930 in Marion, Alabama, to Margaret and James Moore, and was the eldest daughter among 11 children. And whereas Mrs. Sims demonstrated strength and resilience through her life, marrying at a young age and becoming the loving mother of twins. Whereas following the passing of her first husband, F.C. Carlisle, Mrs. Sims continued to build a life rooted in faith, family, and determination, later marrying Lee Sims. And whereas Mrs. Sims and her family migrated to the Waukegan and North Chicago area following the path of her older brothers in pursuit of opportunity and a bright future. And whereas throughout her working years, Mrs. Sims served her community through employment at various restaurants, the Young Women's Christian Association, YWCA, for approximately 8 years in Great Lakes, demonstrating a strong work ethic and commitment to service. And whereas Mrs. Sims became widely known for her love of cooking and baking, generously sharing meals and hospitality with family members, friends, neighbors, and all who entered her home. Excuse me. Whereas Mrs. Sims further served her community by providing childcare and babysitting services to local families, offering care, support, and guidance to countless children throughout the years. And whereas Mrs. Sims remained a faithful and active participant in church and community affairs until her health no longer permitted her involvement, serving as a devoted member of Christian Valley Missionary Baptist Church under the leadership of Reverend Anthony Morgan. And whereas Mrs. Sims has maintained strong relationships with family and friends, enjoying fellowship through phone conversations, community engagement, and civic participation, including exercising her right to vote in local, state, and national elections. And whereas Mrs. Sims has proudly called Manchester Knolls home for more than 40 years, contributing to the strength, character, and history of the neighborhood and the city of North Chicago. And whereas Mrs. Sims has expressed sincere appreciation and respect for the leadership and service for her Alderman Bobby Allen and Mayor Leon Rockingham, reflecting her continued interest in the commitment to the well-being of her community. And whereas the life of Mrs. Sinester Sims stands as an example of faith, perseverance, service, family devotion, and community pride that has positively impacted generations of residents through North Chicago and beyond. Now therefore be it resolved that the mayor and city council of the city of North Chicago hereby honor and recognize Mrs. Sinester Sims for her lifelong contributions to her family, church, neighborhood, and community, and express their deepest gratitude for her years of service and dedication.
Excellent. Alderman.
On behalf of my mom, Chad Esther Sims, I'm accepting this award for her, and she is eternally grateful to be recognized. She thanks each and every one of you, and was unable to be here tonight. So let's just keep her lifted up in prayer. She's not feeling so well, but she is very grateful, and I am very grateful, and thank you all.
Thank you. Ah, ah.
I'm always gonna say the best for last.
Uh-oh.
Got Miss Marcia Bankston. Please come up with your family. Miss Bankston. Take your time. Got you, Miss.
Resolution honoring Marcel Swopes Bankston for her lifetime of faith, service, family leadership, and community impact. Whereas the mayor and city council of the city of North Chicago take pride in in recognizing citizens whose lives exemplify faith, dedication, service, and commitment to family and community. And whereas Marcel Swopes Bankston was born on March 20th, 1932 in Watson, Arkansas, and migrated to the North Chicago area in the late 1940s with her husband, Benjamin Bankston. And whereas Marcel first resided in North Chicago in 1952 and later moved to Waukegan, where she raised her children before returning to North Chicago in 1991 to reside in a home built by her brother, where she continues to live today. And whereas Marcel's faith in Jesus Christ has been the foundation of her life since childhood, having been baptized as a youth and faithfully attending church services with her parents and siblings in Arkansas. And whereas her service to the church began at an early age as a Sunday school secretary, establishing a lifelong commitment to ministry and Christian service. And whereas in 1960, Marcel joined Christian Valley Missionary Baptist Church in North Chicago under the current leadership of Pastor Anthony Morgan, where she faithfully served for decades, singing in the choir for 51 years and teaching Sunday school for 17 years. And whereas Marcel has demonstrated extraordinary love and devotion to her family, becoming the first member of her family to relocate from Arkansas to Illinois, and subsequently helping 5 of her siblings establish themselves by opening her home and providing support, guidance, and encouragement. And whereas her commitment to family led her to establish the Swopes Family Reunion in 1979, a cherished annual tradition that continues to strengthen family bonds and preserve family heritage. And whereas following 25 years of dedicated employment with Abbott Laboratories, Marcel retired, leaving a legacy of kindness, mentorship, wisdom, and service that positively impacted countless colleagues and friends. Whereas Marcel and her husband built a loving family, raising daughter Dolores, son Jeffrey, and son Derek, while cherishing the memory of a child lost in infancy. And today she is blessed with 8 grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren. And whereas beyond her devotion to family and faith and family, Marcel has embraced life through travel, fellowship, and learning, including the memorable experience of visiting Israel and standing on the Mount of Olives on her 67th birthday. And throughout her 94 years of life, Marcel Swopes Bankston has exemplified the values of faith, perseverance, generosity, compassion, family unity, and community service, serving as an inspiration to generations of residents throughout North Chicago and beyond. Now therefore be it resolved that the mayor and the city council of the city of North Chicago do hereby congratulate and honor Marcel Swopes Bankston for her lifetime of service, unwavering faith, dedication to family, and meaningful contributions to the North Chicago community.
I just want everybody to know, each one of these women and Mr. Gray, they're all from Christian Valley Missionary Baptist Church in North Chicago. Pastor Morgan, you want to say anything before we, I ain't say preach, I said you want to come up and say.
I just want to say that God is good. He's always blessing, but he always leaves wisdom that we can look at and be able to duplicate. So I want to say to all the individuals that was looked at tonight, we want to say God bless you and thank you and keep doing what you're doing because somebody is watching, Pastor Morgan is watching, and I'm going to make sure we keep your legacy going. So God bless.
Alderman?
Yeah.
Here's the resolution. I was gonna say, between the Swopes, Bankstons, and Neals, that was all in North Chicago, wasn't it? Very nice. Congratulations to everyone.
No, you didn't get one.
I didn't know if everyone wanted to stay for the rest of council, but you're welcome to stay or move on.
They ain't gonna stay.
We're not
Yeah.
doing,
It's only 5 o'clock.
Williams, are we?
Hey, Mayor, I want to say thank you and City Council for letting me recognize those people. That's the pillars in our community. I just want to say thank you for being patient with us on
Yes,
that.
sir.
Because
Yes.
we don't wait till someone passed away. Now you want to read all this stuff out what they did. They don't hear it.
That's right. Good to see you. Yes, we're gonna take a quick break and then we'll get back into council.
Okay.
Okay.
We're not doing the last, we're not doing ethics.
Oh, yeah, we'll make sure we. Well,
Did he say no? We just passed
We
it.
just passed. He's asking me to read it.
Okay. Okay. That's cool. Can we open the other one and then we just? There's something.
No, we haven't opened it up yet. They opened, we're not sure which one. Yeah. Are you sharing that? Are you just keeping it for all for yourself? Man, that's a big family, those folks, it's a big family. That wasn't all of it. Hey, all right, I'll be talking to you, Norman. All right. Yeah. You see that?
Maybe you open it as a presentation.
Marco, you got it?
Bottom.
Okay. We talk to you tomorrow.
What you doing?
Started and I saw the little blue thing. All right, so we should have a presentation in the next game. You see the blue right there? Just open the other one. This is the action.
I got one more. I'm missing an alderman. He's coming back down.
Both of them are there.
All right, I do like to apologize for the warmness of the council chambers. No, we didn't pay our bills, and we're lucky that the lights are still on, but they said but the air conditioner got to be cut off. So, no, actually the air conditioning unit went out on us on Friday, and they're still working to get parts to come in to repair it. So we're just blessed that it's not as hot as it was last week. They're out too. We didn't pay those bills either. All right, I'd like to go ahead back into city council meeting. We have passed the omnibus vote agenda and we're into public comments. Is there public comments at this time? We got
The snake or the bit. Okay, all right, we have Commissioner Carmesia Hawthorne.
Yay.
Good evening, Mayor Rockingham and City Council and all our wonderful constituents. This is a beautiful night, right? Well, daytime still, but it's evening hours. So I bring good tidings, first of all, from our lovely, beloved North Chicago Public Library. I am Vice President Carmesia Hawthorne, and I bring good cheer. So if you possess a North Chicago Library card, we have some good information for you. We have the program called Ravinia Beach Teach Play Words and Music Program. And what does that mean? That means if you have your North Chicago Library card, you get free tickets to the Ravinia Park with the selected musical. So you might want to stop over by the North Chicago Library and pick those up. Also, we have the Museum Adventure Pass, which means you possibly could have free tickets to the Botanical Garden and Brookfield Zoo. So please go over, take advantage of this. They're free to you if you have your North Chicago Library card. And this Saturday, July 11th, we have Family Fun Day at the North Chicago Public Library. We cordially invite you guys to come over. It will be nice, fun, face painting games and everything. So please come and share some fun with us this summer.
All right.
Moving right along. we have at the Falls Park District open gym basketball, youth 6th through 8th grade. Yay! We're trying to get the youth back in the building, guys. It's going to be hosted every Tuesday from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. and it begins June 23rd. So please tell our 6th graders through 8th graders to come on over to the gym and get their basketball on. Next, we have the annual youth symposium, which will be also Saturday, July 11, starting from 12 p.m., ending at 2 p.m. So please, empowering our youth to become greater citizens. This is a great program, guys, so please tell somebody about it. Last but not least, we have the 2026 Flames Fuel the Fire, Unleash the Beast. Unleash the Beast registration for our Flames, God. Look at this flyer. This flyer is just awesome. We are winning. Do you hear me? And I also want to thank each and every one of you that came out for our mural this past weekend. Thank you guys. It was just it's so great to get support from you guys. So I'm Commissioner Carmisa Hawthorne, and that concludes my announcements for tonight.
Right, thank you so much. All right, that was the only one under public comments. Moving on to regular agenda, 7-1, consideration and approval to waive first reading and authorize the execution of an intergovernmental support agreement for installation, support, and services.
Mayor Rockingham,
Alderman Evans,
I would like to approve to waive first reading and authorize the execution of an intergovernmental support agreement for installation, support, and services as presented.
Second.
been moved by Alderman Allen, second by moved by Alderman Evans, second by Alderman Allen, that 7-1 be passed as presented. Taylor, did you have something on that?
I'll be brief because it's been a long meeting so far and hot. But we're just excited to see this project come to fruition. This is a intergovernmental support agreement with the Department of Defense. This is the culmination of about 1.5 years work of staff time, both city staff and installation staff. So I want to thank our counterpart here, Mike Quinlan, and his team for helping put this together. But this, I think, is the culmination of the collaboration and cooperation between the city of North Chicago and the Department of Defense as it relates to Naval Station Great Lakes. And so I want to thank you all for advancing this agreement this evening.
Chief of Staff?
That's okay.
It's okay.
Mr. Mayor, if we take the opportunity to announce that as part of this intergovernmental agreement that you'll be signing with the Department of Navy, it'll be at June 13th at a press conference at Halsey Village. All the aldermen are invited. I'll give you the logistic details through email, but it's June 13th.
July.
We'll do it in July. You're right.
Okay, that's okay.
And it's we're expecting at least staff from Congressman Schneider's office, and then Senator Duckworth and Senator Durbin are being asked to attend.
What time?
10 a.m.
And yes, are there any other questions? And this is in regards to as we move forward with the demolition of Halsey Village, so. Hearing no other questions, roll call. It's a intergovernmental agreement signature signing. No, well, they're going to, but after the signing. Okay. All right, hearing no other questions, roll call.
Alderman Evans,
Aye.
Alderman Allen,
Aye.
Alderman Murphy. Alderman Brooks.
Aye.
Alderman Jackson,
Aye.
Alderman Coleman.
Aye.
Motion carried. 7-2, consideration and approval to waive first reading of and award J&M displays for Community Days fireworks display in the amount not to exceed $27,500.
Mayor Rockingham,
Alderman Evans.
I would like to approve to waive the first reading of and award J&M displays for Community Days fireworks display services in the amount not to exceed $27,500 as presented.
Second, but go ahead.
Move Alderman Evans, second by Alderman Allen, that 7-2 be passed as presented. Alderman,
Yeah, I thought we did a 3-year contract with those. That time is up already.
this is the last year of the 3-year contract.
It was $20,000, wasn't it?
But this year, being that it is our 20th anniversary for the community days and the country's 250th birthday, we wanted to do a little bit more.
Okay. I just wanted to.
Yeah, it was 20,000 for each year, but we
Right.
want to do something.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to.
Okay. All right. Is there any other questions? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Allen,
Aye.
Alderman Murphy,
Aye.
Alderman Brooks.
Aye.
Alderman Jackson.
Aye.
Alderman Coleman,
Aye.
Alderman Evans.
Aye.
Motion carried. City bills,
Mayor Rockingham,
Alderman Allen.
to make a motion to approve the city bills plus the one special is $1,264,415.33 when funds come available.
Second.
Been moved by Alderman Allen, second by Alderman Evans, that the city bills be paid as presented. Are there questions on the bills? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Murphy,
Aye.
Alderman Brooks.
Aye.
Alderman Jackson,
Aye.
Alderman Coleman,
Aye.
Alderman Evans,
Aye.
Alderman Allen.
Aye.
Motion carried. Miscellaneous business. Is there anything under miscellaneous business?
Mr. Chair,
Alderman Brooks.
I have a few things.
Yes.
First, it was a great event at Falls Park for the Community Day of Service. A number of us did attend. The mural does look great. A lot of people were out there. It was really great attendance. It was a really nice day out there. So a lot of props to State's Attorney and Falls Park for putting that together. Second thing is Miss Dr. Mary Ross Cunningham's funeral. A number of us did attend, and it was amazing. It was really amazing. It was packed. It was around the corner to get in. I'm thankful that I was an elected official that we got in through the side door because it was hot and that line was long. But it was wonderful, and it shows the number of people there shows a life that you lived, and she lived to really help people, and that stands the test of time. That legacy will last forever, and that will be remembered by tons of people for the rest of their lives. It was really, really great. So I was thankful to be there, and I'm thankful that she was in my corner during my journey as well, when she didn't really know who I was, you know. So that just shows who she is, who she was as a person. Third, Alderman, if you get a chance to, if you haven't responded to the email from True Conglomerate to go and do your video for Community Days, please schedule that. I know they're in the house. I didn't expect y'all to be here. I was going to say it anyway, whether you were here or not, but answer that email and schedule it with them to do your video for Community Days.
Do you say?
All right, that's all I have.
All right. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Alderman?
On July 25th, we're gonna have the township meeting with Waukegan Township and with Lake Bluff Township coming in. It will be held here at City Hall at 11 o'clock. If you have any questions any questions regarding the townships from Waukegan, Mark Jones will be here. And for Lake Bluff, Carmesia Urso will be here. So that'll help out anybody. Please pass the word. We hear a lot of questions that's out there. This is your opportunity. Come to City Hall at 11 o'clock on July 25th.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Alderman Allen?
We got some guys here from the community, for Community Day, they want to do some presentation on.
Well, it's in, I thought it's in, isn't it in committees?
It's not in there.
I didn't see it.
No, it's not in. Was it something that we talked about last council, and then it was supposed to be postponed till
Right.
We're gonna have community days brought in today. Yes, they will be talked about.
Yeah.
Yes, in one of the committees that will be brought in.
Okay, all right.
Okay? Anything else under miscellaneous? If there's nothing else, I do want to let council and residents be aware that SWACO, Solid Waste Agency of Lake County, and will be working with the Lake County Division of Transportation, along with the Illinois EPA. They'll be hosting a free one-day only tire collection at the Lake County Dot Salt Dome, which is at 600 West Winchester. If you got tires you want to get rid of, this is a good time to do it. They allow up to 12 tires to be taken there. It will be Monday, July 13th, between 7 a.m. and 2 p.m. But they do say appointment is required, so you do have to call and make an appointment. We'll get this information out to all the council, and then we'll try to also push it out to the residents also. But I wanted to make you aware that if there's old tires that you want to get rid of, this is a good time to do it. Just want to let you know, plus the fact, I think we pick tires up too, but still, it gets at us out of it also, so. But we'll get that information out to you just to make you aware of it, so. All right. Hearing nothing else, oh, we got executive session.
Yep.
At this time, I'd like to go into executive session 5 ILCS 122C5, the purchase and lease of real property for the use of the public body, including meetings held for the purpose of discussing whether a particular parcel should be acquired. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Been moved by
Second.
Murphy, Alderman Murphy, second by Alderman Brooks, that we go into executive session. Any question? Roll call?
Sorry. Alderman Brooks,
Aye.
Alderman Jackson. Alderman Coleman,
Aye.
Alderman Evans,
Aye.
Alderman Allen.
Aye.
Alderman Murphy.
Aye.
Motion carried. Alderman Coleman, if you would disconnect, and we will give you a call back when we are in executive session. To the audience, hopefully this shouldn't be long, and we will be back out and go into committee reports. Thank you.
This is Carlos. Yeah. Who's gonna go first? Once I click, so we can play with it now? So once I hit present, on your clicker, make sure on the side is turned on, and when you hit to the side, it'll scroll down. There you go. Cool? Yeah. Alright, then if you go the other way, it'll take you back to the beginning. Alright, cool.
That's their guns. Okay. Then she gets back and sits there for a week without her.
Right.
I'd like a motion to resume our city council.
So move.
Second.
We moved by Alderman Allen, second by Alderman Evans, that our city council be reopened. Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Alderman Murphy.
Second.
Second by Alderman Brooks, that the city council meeting stand adjourned. Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Council is adjourned.
1 second, please.
Yes.
Yes.
If we could, can I add a committee of the whole for community days?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
So just so everyone's clear, this will be amending the agenda to add a committee of the whole to discuss the community days presentation.
We need a motion.
Yeah, you'll need a motion.
So move.
Second.
Been moved by Alderman Jackson, second by Alderman Murphy, that we add a committee for a community of the whole for community days.
Tongue tie.
All right. Any questions? Roll call.
Alderman Jackson,
Aye.
Alderman Coleman. Is he coming back? I don't know. Okay, so for now, he's absent. Alderman Evans,
Aye.
Alderman Allen,
Aye.
Alderman Ray, Alderman Murphy.
Aye.
Alderman Brooks.
Aye.
Motion carried. At this time, I'd like to open up committee of the whole. Do we, don't need a roll call for that. No, roll call.
Alderman
Let's see
Jackson,
all in favor.
Aye.
Alderman.
Present, I'm sorry. Present.
Thank you for catching that. Alderman Coleman, we're opening committee of the, we're opening committee of the whole. We had a motion to add committee of the whole to committee, so that's what the vote is for, to open up. Okay? Okay, so we're gonna keep him absent. Alderman Evans,
Aye.
Alderman Allen.
Aye.
Alderman Ray, oh, sorry, Alderman Murphy.
Aye.
Alderman Brooks.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Aye.
Oh, there you are.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, at this time, Carlos Smith.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Great.
Just first off, I want to start off by saying that this event is near and dear to me. I was at the very first community days back when I was in, I think, 8th grade or something like that. And most of you guys have seen me kind of grow up. And to be the coordinator of this event is actually really, I take it super, super serious. So just to give you guys a broad stroke of where we're at. Where's my clicker at? So for the sponsors and fundraising, we're on track with that. Budget is pretty solid. I mean, it's solidified. Vendor recruitment is ongoing. We're getting a lot of energy now. We got about 14 vendors right now committed to the event. The event operations is solid. I got a great team with me. Contract and invoices pretty much on track. Nobody's outstanding. No one not knows what they're doing or what they're providing for the event. Youth programming is going to be really cool this year. We got a lot of things that we added to the event as far as the basketball courts at Falls Park, 7-on-7 football on Sunday, 5-on-5 basketball. We're doing a 17th Street Legends basketball game, which is going to be really cool. Where you got some of those state championship teams that'll be coming back and playing against each other because there's debate on who had the best team. So they'll be going at it on the court with the lights on. Pretty much on track as far as the budget. It usually takes upwards of $100,000 to do this event, and we're on track just a little bit over that to make sure we get it done. About $105,000 is pledged, around $87,000 is received. $18K is outstanding, but we're working diligently to get that and contact new sponsors and partners to be a part of the event. So yeah, we're on track with that. The event is smoothly being community days. Again, being someone who experienced it and being someone who was actually planning it and coordinated, it's going to be on track for what you guys have seen in the past years and even better. The mayor mentioned earlier about the 20th year. Of course, we're going to go above and beyond for that. There's the figures up there on the screen for you guys. Yeah, we're doing a lot of promotion, a lot of add-ons, which I'll bring up. True Conglomerate, Denise Cooper, doing a phenomenal job on our Facebook page, on our marketing, getting it out there. I'll bring up Denise at this time from True Conglomerate. Yeah, come on up, girl. Come on.
Forgive me, I'm used to being behind the scenes, so it's a lot.
Oh, can y'all hear me? I'm
Yes.
normally really loud. So just to talk a little about our marketing approach, we wanted to hit it really hard with Facebook marketing. So if you're familiar with Facebook analytics, we can see what our engagement is. And we use the engagement as an assessment for how many we can expect to. I don't think I'm going, sorry.
The little arrow is right or left.
There you go.
For the sake of time, I'm gonna start here. So we use engagement as a way to kind of identify what are we expecting to come. So right now, the Facebook views are 38,000 total views that we're getting to the page, which is a 254% increase. And so the page typically doesn't have a lot of activity. So all of our marketing is getting the visibility that we were hoping for. To put this in perspective, we also do the marketing for Juneteenth. And our last 7 days, we had 120,000 views, which yielded over 8,000 people to show up at the festival. And so these numbers are trending. I see the nod there. Thank you, Alderman Jackson. These numbers are trending double than what we had last year, which means we are expecting a much larger turnout. So that's something you guys can look forward to. Our overall engagement rate, this is how people interact with us. So the page only has about 2,000 followers. We've already surpassed that in just people interacting with our page. Clicking, liking, and sharing. We have over 2,400 engagements there. Unique views, which I found very interesting, are 13,000. Those are people that do not follow the page and they're seeing it outside of North Chicago. And so we're reaching a broader market to bring people back. So I think the Hall of Fame approach that was recommended, Mayor, for the 20th, it's working. It's working. The numbers are showing it's working. So overall, we're 120% in our post activity. We're keep going. We haven't even begun to trickle out our headliners. So this is solely based on photos and video from last year. So we haven't really given them too much of what to expect. So I'm very happy and satisfied with where these numbers are at. I'm expecting them to increase at least by 10% over the rest of the month. We do have a marketing strategy in place to continue this out. I did send everybody an email, Mr. Alderman Evans, I'll make sure you got it. Please look in your spam for my name, Denise at True Conglomerate Productions. Thank you, Ms. Alderman Murphy, for coming. We only need about 10 to 15 minutes of your time. It is your time to look good on camera. I promise you, we're gonna have the lights on, wear whatever suit you want. You're gonna look good. 38,000 people, we want you to look good. So please, Mayor, y'all always sharp, but this be real sharp, okay? It's 38,000, be real sharp. But we want you guys to come in studio. We want to get a professional video. We want people to see the faces that are attached to it. So we're taking a different approach. If we're gonna call it a family reunion, this is the family, right? So I see it's at the head table. So we want to see your guys' faces on there. Any questions for me? All right. Now I'm gonna dump it over to Drew and y'all can really hammer him home, okay? He's been doing the talent.
I will say.
Yes,
sorry,
go ahead,
Mr. Chair. I've been to their old studio, and I was at your studio this morning. For mine, y'all studio is really great. They do a really good job. Their youth that they have there working with them are on point. They're teaching them. They're learning new trades and tricks that'll take them further in their career with film and photography. Y'all doing a really good job.
Thank you.
Like, I've known you for a long time. When y'all was, I don't want to say small potatoes, but
For sure.
y'all was, you know what I mean?
Small,
Before the
small.
studios, y'all are moving up and y'all are making a mark here in Lake County. And I'm thankful that y'all are here and in our county working with Zion, Waukegan, North Chicago, and so on. So yeah, great job.
Thank you so much. And I think it's important to add, for those that may not know, we're the marketing team behind Renew Communities as well. That was our very first contract we had, and it got us out of our basement. So I say this is my mayor. Although I reside in Zion, I was just telling Brandon, find me a house in North Chicago. I love how you guys have meetings, but thank you for noticing that. Those kids will be present. That's actually the last festival they will work before they go off to college. And so they're honored to be able to serve you all on that day. Nice. Thank you. Y'all can dig it together.
Well, let's give it up for Denise. How y'all doing today?
Good evening.
All right, if anybody knows me, my name is Andrew, affectionately known as Big Drew. I am going to talk about the entertainment lineup. I have both days here, Saturday and Sunday. So we've got a good mix of national entertainment as well as local favorites. Our headliner is called Park and Ride. They are a wonderful band that travels all over the nation, just giving good music and good vibes, okay? We have Grammy-nominated artist, Mr. D-Lo, coming. If you were at our Juneteenth festival, we had him him and he had a heck of a draw, a big connection with our younger group, but he was actually able to perform and engage the older people as well. So he hit every generation. I was surprised at that myself. We've got an old fan favorite here, Billy's Band of Brothers. We've got North Chicago legend DJ X. We've got a Latin brother that sounds just like Luther Vandross, y'all. Do you hear me? Ron Gutierrez, he's the Latin Luther, y'all. He's gonna be in the building, soulful sounds, y'all. We also have 2 feature Latino bands. We've got a feature Latino DJ and Scuba and Javen, who are gonna talk to the younger people with their music, okay? And then on Sunday, we've got a national recording artist. His name is Brandon P., amazing gospel artist. We've got First Corinthian, we've got Vertical Encounter, we've got Kishi Johnson, and we're doing something very special on Sunday. We're gonna do a tribute to Mr. James Sisson. And so he had a choir called TCO. We're putting together a reunion choir, and we're letting people from the community join it that may not have been part, but we are gonna honor his life, honor and tribute everything that he did with a really heartwarming time on Sunday. So that's our entertainment. Any questions? Thank you. Aye.
All right, all right.
And I'll close it out with just a few more details for you guys. I mentioned the vendors that we have locked in, Gentlemen's Club, Barbershop, Barber Lounge will be there, the Midwest Veterans Closet, Hillary's Barbecue, Trey Flores Fun Cake, Sweet Treats by Ava Marie, Booney Mac Shack, You Glow 2, he does the glow toys, Mosaic House Ministries, Game Zone Mobile, Mama Jerkin Things, Mano Imano, George's Food on the Go, 1119 on the go, and a few other, we're waiting in the pipeline to be confirmed for the vendors. Also, we are doing a all-class reunion on both days, which is picking up a lot of steam. A lot of people are inboxing our page to be involved in that, from classes back in the 50s, 60s, all the way up to the last class now. So we have a lot more participation in our parade, and they'll actually have a booth as well where they'll celebrate with their class. They'll give out T-shirts and they'll meet with their classmates. So it's gonna be fun stuff, Any questions for me?
Yeah, I got one question for you.
Yes, sir.
I'm always about the money,
Yes, sir.
and you say you got promises, but I checked the other day,
Yeah,
and we only had $27,000 up there.
yes, sir.
So, got a long way to go.
Yeah, we working. We
I'm
working.
saying, so, we gotta make sure this money's here for this. That's what that money for.
Yeah, yeah,
We bring it in.
Yeah.
Because we don't got 3 weeks away from right now.
yeah.
So where's the money gonna come from if you ain't got the money? Where's it gonna come from? I'm just asking you.
I'm working my butt off.
I know,
all
but
the-
that's not,
So that's all I can tell you is I diligently every day, emails from phone calls, we're working. We're gonna
I
get,
know, but I'm just saying, but I don't work out promising. Maybe
Yeah.
you guys do. Business is business. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep eye on the money, because this is the city money we spending here.
yeah,
And you talking about you only got 27,000 and you need 100,
yeah,
that's a long way to go.
yeah. Well, it's a collaborative effort. So if you guys can help pound the pavement as well for those network people that you have, or maybe know that you may, if you see our list, you can see our list. We'll make sure you guys get a peek of that. But we're on the ground. We're working on the ground.
I'm not saying you're not working,
Yeah,
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm over finance, I'm always looking out
Yes, sir.
for the money.
You
And-
better,
and-
absolutely,
and
you
then-
should. Yeah.
And then when I come back, if it ain't right, then guess what? I'm gonna come back to you guys.
Yeah,
Okay, I just wanna let you know,
I got
I'm
you.
a straight shooter.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Anyone else? All right, very good. Thank you very much. Community days, like Alderman said, 3 weeks away.
3 weeks.
This is our 20th community day. So we want to make it bigger and better and, just get more people involved, get the community involved, get the guests from outside the community to come in also.
Right.
And this shows North Chicago. Let me just say, this shows North Chicago, when I came in, I knew that Gurnee had their community, Gurnee days, and Libertyville had Libertyville days, and Lake Forest had theirs. And I said, why not North Chicago? We deserve it just as much as anyone else to showcase our town. And this is a way to do it. So, please come out, enjoy yourselves. It's to have a good time. It's to, to come out and be with friends. You see people that you haven't seen sometimes in, 10, 15 years are out there. So come out, have a good time, and thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And just to close on the parade, we want to be bigger and better this year. We got about 30 entries right now. And it's gonna be a phenomenal parade. So make sure y'all out on the parade route this year. It's gonna be cool. We got a cool, some great marching units this year. So should be really energetic this year for sure.
Excellent. Thank you. All right, entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
It's been moved by Alderman Allen, second by Alderman Murphy, that committee of the whole stand adjourned. Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you.
I'd like to open up the judiciary committee meeting.
I got public this year.
That's the old
Public Works.
Public Works. That's the old, that's the one that came out by accident, I think.
That's what we're giving to. I'll agree, I'm gonna give it to. It's okay, I got something. It's okay. You want to, it's my fault, not yours. It should be. Oh, okay. I'd like to open up the Public Works Committee meeting, roll call.
Alderman Jackson.
Present.
Alderman Coleman.
Present.
Alderman Evans.
Here.
Alderman Allen.
Here.
Alderman Ray. Alderman Murphy. Present. Alderman Brooks.
Present.
We have 4 items on the agenda. The first item is to review and approve the hot service agreement in the amount of $33,713.67.
Good evening.
Good evening.
First item is the HOC agreement, as the alderman's just stated. And this is our annual service agreement to take care of all the equipment down at the water treatment plant. It requires some maintenance, and they come in 3 times a year to maintain all of that equipment. And then any time that we have a breakdown, they'll come in and fix that. And that's an annual contract that we have. It's a little higher than it was last year because we've increased our equipment. We have a little bit more than we had last year. So that line item is for this year is $33,713.67.
Are there any questions? The next item, the review and approve purchase of an Atlas Copco XAS 188 air compressor.
Next item on the agenda is a purchase of an air compressor. We buy this through the system of bids that it comes through. The name escapes me on here. It should be on here.
You have a picture on.
Yeah. Sourcewell, that was the word I was escaped. We buy our equipment through Sourcewell, which is a bidding company that's nationwide. And they have given us a price that's 35% under the list price. We are replacing the air compressor at Public Works. That's over 20 years old. And what we propose to do is take the old compressor, which still has a little bit of usable life left. And we're going to put that down at the water plant. When we have a power failure at the water plant, all of our valves down there are air operated. And that is one of the first things that we have a problem with. If our compressors go down and we don't have air, we can't open or close those valves. And we had our flood 3 years ago. That was because we lost air pressure. So with this compressor down there, we will have it as backup air. And that way we won't have to buy a backup compressor. We had that in the budget for this year. That was about $50,000. So we will not need to buy that. And we will use this older compressor, leave it down there as a backup. It'll be able to just be started up and turned on, much like a backup generator. And the new one, of course, will go in service at Public Works.
Are there any questions? Mayor?
Yeah, if you're putting an old compressor down in the water plant, because you're replacing the one here, because that compressor is going out, does it make sense to put it down at the water plant?
Well, when the only problem, and only worry I would have.
I mean, if it's
is if we put a-
it's still in good shape to take it into the, down to the water plant, why don't you just keep it at the Public Works?
And not buy a new one?
I'm just saying my concern would be,
It doesn't
as
have,
soon as you need it, it's not gonna work and you're gonna say, well, it was old to begin with.
it has enough CFM to produce enough air to power up the water plant. It doesn't have the continuous CFM to drive an air hammer or a piece of air equipment. That's the difference.
Alderman Jackson.
Well, piggyback on that, thank you, Mayor, if you stole my thought.
I'm sorry.
But I agree, we're talking about a piece of equipment that you have told us, and if I'm wrong, please correct me, is 20 years old.
Correct.
So instead of us, and our water plant is the golden ticket for the city, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as I see. I'd rather see us just go and get another compressor for the water plant, because that is gonna be more beneficial in the long run than using this 20-year-old outdated, may work, may not work when you go to start it, piece of equipment. I think we're asking ourselves, or putting ourselves, or even shooting ourselves in the foot by putting this old crappy thing down there versus getting something new and working it from there. So I mean, if we can find some way to budget it to get 2 new compressors, even if it sits there, I'd rather have a better chance of saying, okay, I'm more comfortable of it starting than it not starting. Because like I say, anything 20 years old is gonna have problems. So I can't see putting that down there. We gotta find a better way. That's how I
Right, well,
feel.
My suggestion was to put a trickle charger on it to make sure the battery's charged and start it weekly to make sure it runs, which is the same thing we do for a backup generator. And if it's pressed into service and it's been started weekly, I would have no problem trusting it.
But who's gonna be checking it weekly and
That'll
doing
be
it
our
weekly?
mechanic at the water plant. That'll be part of his operational checklist.
And then, I mean, obviously, when we say operational checklist, is there gonna be
It will
some
be
form
absolute-
of
It
documentation?
will be
saying that?
absolutely documented and done weekly in his checklist. And if we find that that compressor isn't dependable, that once a week when he goes out to start it, we'll absolutely replace it.
I'm sorry, I just think we're shooting ourselves in the foot, and that's how I feel.
Alderman Brooks.
I will agree as well, if we could find somewhere in the, but could we at least see if there's a deal on getting 2?
We could
Versus
absolutely
getting
buy 2.
1. Yeah,
We
versus
could
getting,
we could absolutely buy 2 at the same price.
Let me ask.
wait, I apologize, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
go ahead.
You said at the same price. Is there a way we can get a 2 and get a better deal by buying 2?
No,
Why is that?
because when you buy it through Sourcewell, the price they give you is if you buy 1 or 6.
But you said the one at the water plant doesn't have to have as much
CFM.
CFM as the one you're purchasing. Do they have a lesser CSM that you could purchase for a lesser price that you could put down at the water plant that would support keeping the pressure up as needed?
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
I would say we check.
Alderman Murphy.
Yeah, I was gonna just kind of piggyback on that. And again, if there's something with maybe a slightly lesser capacity adequate for the power, for the water plant, not necessarily something that you would have out running air hammers or whatever when you're doing other kinds of public work. That might be both a cost savings and then also, to me, I'm actually gonna call it cheap insurance. I know it's not inexpensive. But when you consider what happens if the water plant is not functioning, or like what happened 3 years ago, when the valves couldn't be closed, and I mean, that was,
Catastrophic.
it was catastrophic.
Yes.
Without being too dramatic. So to me, it's kind of, again, it's cheap insurance. And maybe by having the two different ones, while they might not give us a quote unquote discount, it might be more cost effective
It'll
for
be
the.
cheap. It
Yeah,
absolutely
it might be
will
more
less
cost
money.
effective for the city. And then I know I'll sleep at night thinking that no matter what happens, when and if it is needed, what's there is adequate to the task and there's no surprises.
And you can put the other one up on eBay.
Thank you, sir. But because to piggyback off of that, we would hate to be in a situation where the one goes out and then we gotta come back here to committee,
And
talk
then say
about
we
it,
need to buy another.
and then go to the vote 2 weeks later when we need it now. So yeah, if you could please check into that.
Chief of
Sure.
Staff.
I would just like to, several months back, we had a discussion on making sure when grants went before, and you'll understand where I'm going with this. When grants went before the city council for approval, that the city council was made aware of what the obligation of the city was on the grant. Was it an 80-20? Was it a 90-10? Was it 100%? Was it a revolving loan? Because decisions were being made over the years to purchase with not having a full appreciation of where the responsibility, financial responsibility for the city was. I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up at this point in time that as we're talking about purchases for the water plant and things that will make that water plant function, that the council is going to see, if they haven't seen yet, I don't think, on the Wallace, a proposal to repair Wallace. There's some serious concerns we won't make it through winter without repairing the water mains on Wallace, that we're looking at a cost of 1.5 to 1.7 million that the water plant doesn't have. So as we move forward with expenses related to water plant operations, myself and the comptroller are looking at ways we can support what is necessary infrastructure. But before we start making purchases or the council approving purchases out of the water plant, I just wanted to make sure you had all the information. So.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? No. Okay, we're gonna go to item 3. Review and approve the fiscal year 2027 MFT maintenance resolution in the amount of $1,515,000. The estimate of maintenance costs and TAI maintenance engineering agreement in the amount of $165,000 for the 2026 street resurfacing program. Steve?
Good evening, Alderman and Council. Our annual MFT resolution for expending MFT dollars through the state. You had a chance to go through the report. We're looking to spend $100,000 on snow and ice control. We're estimating 1.1 million for their annual 2026 street resurfacing project, and then $150,000 for streetlight operations and repairs. Also in there is the engineering costs for doing the annual road program. There's $55,000 for the preliminary engineering. $66,000 for engineering inspection. And then we have $44,000 for material testing. Which all adds up to a total of 1.5, so $1,515,000. We have not selected streets yet for resurfacing. This is just the annual resolution, and seeking your support to put it on the council agenda for the second meeting in July.
Are there any questions? Okay, Lori, put it on. Okay, the next item is to review and discuss Wallace Avenue water main replacement work order from Trotter and Associates Inc. for design and bidding services to the amount not to exceed 89,000. Steve?
So many of you probably were aware back in May, it was a really tough month for the water system. We experienced a significant amount of water main breaks. On Wallace Avenue, which was originally, the water main was installed in 1960. We had 7 breaks in 2 weeks. And our concern is that, and when you look at over the history of them, since we have access to records, you've had a total of 14 breaks along that stretch. And it's just a 2-block stretch going from MLK going down to 24th Street. It's patched right now with just a temporary clamp. We put it over the cracks in the pipe. Is it gonna make it another year over the winter? I'm not banking on it, to be honest with you. We don't have it in the budget. It wasn't planned for this year. So what Chief of Staff requested that both Bob and myself do is we went through the budget to see what we can cut out of the budget, this year's budget, to help pay for the project. So we presented the Chief of Staff we found approximately $725,000 in projects that we would delay. These are projects that we need. Give you an example, we deleted the sanitary sewer lining project, which was, I think, like $250,000. We deleted painting down at the water plant, painting the pipes. Believe it or not, that stuff's important. It's $100,000. So a series of projects that we went through the budget and we said, okay, the intake cleaning, we need to clean the intakes, but doesn't do us any good if people over on Wallace, if the water's just puking out over there. And I just have very bad visions in the middle of winter of what could potentially happen. So we called up the IEPA after we had 7 breaks in a 2-week stretch and said, what can we do? And they said, hey, we can issue you an emergency water main permit where you can go in there on an emergency basis and replace it all. We can't just replace 1 block. It's spread out over the 2 blocks in the stretch. And if any of you have happened to drive the area, you'll see that the pavement in the street is buckled. It's pretty shot. So we're proposing to go in there and do an emergency water main replacement. We're gonna do a design. We hope to have it complete here and have it out to bid in August. I'll be honest, we've already started working on it. Our surveyors have gone out and surveyed the area. We're trying to get it all teed up in an effort to beat the winter and try to get pavement down. We don't have all our soil borings back yet. We don't have all the information. We're gonna try to do it fast. Time is of the essence, get it out on the street. I will be coming back to ask for permission to go out to bid, but I would like to do something different and not just put it out for public bid, but put it out for bid for vendors that we've currently used in town. And I'll work with council and the city attorney and Chief of Staff to come up how to do that. We're gonna get quotes. I would like to be able to get quotes from Campanella, Berger, and a couple other vendors that have previously worked in town that we trust working with.
Any questions?
Just a real quick question.
Alderman Murphy?
Thank you. So in a way, it would almost be like we would be going out for bid, but it would almost be like using, for lack of a better word, like a preferred vendor list.
Correct.
You gotta fix it.
Correct.
And that's, and the main reason for that is they're trusted. Obviously, we've done work with them before. We still have a bidding process, so we're not short circuiting the bidding process, but we're not necessarily casting our net as wide.
I don't want to trust a project that we're gonna be pressed up in time to get done before winter with somebody that we've never worked with before.
Understood.
And that's really what the issue is. I prefer to work with somebody that's worked in town.
I mean, I'm comfortable with that. I just wanted to be clear. Thank you.
Anyone else?
I just wanted to say, and chief of staff and engineering, I want to say thank you guys for trying to cut some places where we can hold off on another few and then move forward, because that's gotta be done. That's
Mhm.
gotta be done. You can't go around that. So,
Oh, if winter comes and there's
Oh, we
another
got- we
break,
got a mess.
I don't even want to think about it.
I don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
Let's get it fixed.
Okay. Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
At this time, I'd like to close the Public Works Committee meeting.
So move.
Moved by Alderman Allen, second by Alderman Jackson. Roll call.
Aye.
Alderman Coleman,
Yeah. Aye.
Alderman Evans,
Aye.
Alderman Allen.
Aye.
Alderman Murphy.
Aye.
Alderman Brooks.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to open the Economic Development Plan and Zoning Committee meeting. Have a roll call, please.
Alderman Jackson.
Present.
Alderman Coleman.
Present.
Alderman Evans.
Here.
Alderman Allen.
Here.
Alderman Ray, Alderman Murphy,
Present.
Alderman Brooks.
Present. We have one line item, a presentation of Sheridan Crossing Market Opportunity and Development Framework Report. We have Director Taylor here to discuss this with us.
Hey, good evening again. Thank you, Alderman Brooks. As you know, we engaged development planning partners to conduct a market study for the Sheridan Crossing site, city-owned site, just under 40 acres out there. For the past 4 months or so, they've been working to analyze the site, the demographics, other data that contributes to compiling a comprehensive market study of this development site. So we're excited to present to you all this evening the fruits of that labor, this market study for Sheridan Crossing. A copy is provided to each of you at the dais there. And an electronic copy was sent earlier this evening, so I hope you all received that. If you did not, please feel free to follow up with me. The purpose of this market study is to show what uses and industries are viable at the Sheridan Crossing site. And just to give you some of the highlights here without going too into the weeds here, of course, you can read the full report to get all those details, but just some of the highlights. So the market study here shows that there is support for an upper mid-scale hotel of approximately 120 to 145 rooms. For food and beverage service, it could support approximately 9,600 to just under 16,000 square feet of mixed dining clusters. For retail and services, it could support 15,000 to 24,000 square feet of neighborhood serving retail and service uses. Think about your hospitality uses, your day-to-day needs, that kind of retail on the site. Could use a very kind of small amount, 4,000 to 7,000 square feet of entertainment type of uses. That's going to be your golf simulator types of things, kids play centers, those kind of uses. And can even support some limited residential, kind of a test of the market, if you will, townhouse type products, maybe just 15 to 25 rental type of units on the site there. It does show that stadium could be a viable use, but it should not be the end all be all for the site. It could perhaps backfill the site while the frontages are retail and restaurant oriented or in hospitality. And what it confirms is that large format or destination type retail is not really an appropriate end use here at the site. Your super Walmart, your shopping mall, that's not what's going to work at this location. Additionally, for sale housing, if you want to just do housing type of product throughout the site, that's not going to be the best use of the property. So development planning partners did a lot of the background research, the data digging up for this report. And then the Antero Group did a kind of a use analysis for the site. And so you'll see in the report, there's some kind of phasing diagrams showing the lot with different areas and what those areas could be used for. So like there's a commercial component along Sheridan Road, a residential component to the north end. And so that's not the end end all be all of how the use needs to be established, but that's what they're saying the data supports. And so lots of information included in the report. You can take this and read it for a few days. But what our plan is with this in hand, we'll be able to go out for a request for qualifications, seek a developer or master developer or a team of developers for the site, see what type of interest there is in the site at this time. We've done that in the past for this property, but we're gonna do it again with this in hand. We're gonna make this report available to those groups so that they can be informed about what the site can support. After we get those responses to the RFQ, we'll whittle that down to the most qualified and most appropriate development teams. We'll do a RFP for request for proposals to get them to submit very specific proposals for how they would develop the site. And then hopefully before the end of the year, hopefully, we can whittle this down to a preferred developer and start entering negotiations to a development agreement with the party and move forward this next year towards developing the site. So that's a quick overview of the timeline there, but this is alongside of the soil remediation project that's ongoing right now. It's about 50% done. Are really the keystones to this development, getting it started. So a really exciting milestone for the city of North Chicago to have this in hand, be able to distribute it out to the public. Should you accept this, we'll make it available to the public starting this week, put it on the website and incorporate it into our RFQ package that's going to go out later this summer. But happy to take any questions.
Any questions?
I have one question.
Alderman Evans?
I know this is across the street from Sheridan Crossing, is that building, right? The building that's supposed to be coming down. Is that building gonna be down prior to the people that's interested in making building up Sheridan Crossing? How is that gonna work?
That is driven by that private property owner. So they have submitted permits for that project. I can't disclose that. But the timing, at the end of the day will be up to that private property owner, whether they demolish it in that time. So I would, if I had a crystal ball, I would say, yes, they're gonna demolish it prior to a master developer being selected for the Sheridan Crossing site that we own. But at the end of the day, it's that private property owner who controls that site.
Do they have a certain, for the city, do they have a certain amount of time to get that building down?
We have initiated some enforcement actions. That was about 6-8 months ago with that private property owner that kind of poked and prodded them to take action on those properties out there. So at this time, I'd say, no, we do not have a definitive end date that they need to demolish those structures. However, we did give them the order that they do need to remedy those problems.
One more question. Do you think that'll affect what we're trying to do at Sheridan Crossing by having that eyesore still up?
I'd say it is certainly a factor to be conscious of. I do not think they're mutually exclusive or anything to that extent that those being up is going to substantially hamper developer interest on the site. In fact, you could actually use it as kind of a parallel opportunity site that somebody who's interested in our Sheridan Crossing site could see that as an additional phase they could consider for the development. So actually, all things considered, the timing is actually quite ideal in my opinion, that those are happening almost on the same timeline.
Right, because I know if you have an eyesore like that and we're trying to develop something positive in the community, it's really hard to bring someone in. We're talking about hotels and things like that to come into, they don't want to look out the window and look at this eyesore. So that's why, that's my concern.
Certainly, yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Mayor?
Council. Being that we do have this now, is that something that we should be possibly interested in going to the conference that, that's held? I think it was in Vegas.
It's in Vegas.
The big
ICSC, yeah.
ICSC, or is it something that we just try to keep and push out on our own?
We have discussed it with Chief of Staff as to what what we may or may not attend. I think it might be prudent for us to like pay for advertisement placements for the RFQ for this type of project, that it warrants that type of involvement. The ICSC, at least in my personal experience, I've never been to the Las Vegas show. I've been to the Chicago one at Navy Pier. I found that it is more towards the retailers component. Those are gonna be the end users that are gonna backfill the units, as opposed to like the shopping center developers themselves. That's typically who you encounter. Not to say that they're not there, but that's more to backfill existing units for the most part. But yeah, I definitely think it warrants, because we have such a big item here and big opportunity, a bigger push and a broader stroke than we are typically used to here with advertising some of the other city-owned properties. This isn't something that I would anticipate kind of a local interest, because it is such a large bite. I mean, this is many millions of dollars. This isn't one small lot, you know? So we do want to capture a national audience for that type of RFQ.
Alderman Allen.
And Taylor, just from my experience, although economic, we went out to Las Vegas. They got a more bigger and more people out there. 'Cause I talked with some people in the hotel business. He said for a hotel for 100 rooms, now that was back 5-6 years ago, he said $100,000 per room. That's $10 million. So he said, what do you have there to bring me in there? They want me to come there. So that's what I'm asking you. You guys better have something to sell to him, because I'm telling you, he said, because he'd been over to North Chicago before. And he just said he didn't see enough traffic for it. I don't know how much traffic you need down that way, because he said you don't have nothing else down there, but the neighbor base, you couldn't get through into that gate, so you lose that traffic. So, and then like most hotels want to be around a convention center like Walmart, I get Lakers out there. So what are you gonna do to make a difference, that you think you can make a difference, to get a hotel come down there?
And
I'm just curious.
Those are very good points and very accurate too. That is the reality of the situation is a hotel is not going to go on any old site when you've got I think it's 4,500 cars per day on Sheridan, no, on MLK, and 9,000 on Sheridan Road. So those are not high traffic counts that support a hotel on their own.
Yeah.
So that's why we're coupling this as a whole package, and we need a partner who is looking at the bigger picture of it, who's going to be willing to look at the Navy's daytime population, the contractual workers that they have on base, not just the number of cadets. They're going to be looking at the graduations, how those rates have increased over recent time. It used to be 800, now they're pushing over 1,000 on those graduations. They're going to be looking at the Placer.ai data that we've engaged with. We just recently acquired the data from Placer.ai. It's a software company that uses cell phone data, so that can gives us some alternative type of data as opposed to the traditional market study demographics. And so they're going to be looking at all these different things as opposed to just one of those points. And so it is going to be a special partner and not just a one hotel kind of partner. We're looking for someone who's got the bigger picture on it. And to your point about what's driving traffic there, there does need to be some sort of driver.
Right.
And to some, that might be a stadium. To not everybody's going to feel like a stadium would be a driving for that. Others, it might just be a sit-down type of dining establishment is the driver for that. Others, it could be like a golf simulator type of user. All those different things can be drivers these days. Certainly what we've seen is those destination entertainment types of uses have become the drivers today as opposed to the 1990s traditional drivers.
Because I'm just gonna share with you, we all say about the hotels for the Navy. That's 3 days, right? It's 4 days now?
Usually come in on Wednesday and leave out on Saturday or Sunday.
So he said, what am I gonna do about them other 4 days? I'm just saying what he was telling me. We started to have a nice conversation. Because you said 3-4 days. He said, I got people working here. Now we have nothing to do. Now I gotta lay people off, so I don't have them come. But I'm just telling you what we was talking about. We talked for a long time with this young man.
Okay.
So I'm just sharing some things we talked about last week. So I'm
Can
just
I-
pointing this out to you.
Can I pitch in with that? I think one other thing that we can maybe throw out there in regards to the other days. We are also home to Rosalind Franklin. We are also home to Abbott and AbbVie. They have people that come in throughout the week that don't live here, that comes in all the time for work, and they'll come in and need somewhere to live, somewhere to stay for those few days throughout the week, and versus them going to a Gurnee or going to Waukegan or somewhere south of North Chicago, like a Highland, I don't know if Highland Park has hotels now, out that way. We have that to also fulfill. That's something that could be pitched as well. We don't just have, although it's great, Naval Station Great Lakes, we have Rosalind Franklin, we have Abbott and AbbVie as well.
And we're actually, if I may, and we're actually close enough to the Abbott main campus. I mean, if you go north on Waukegan Road, there's, there's all there's quite a few hotels to choose from.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that somebody who could stay in North Chicago, and especially if their business took them maybe not only to the main campus, but to one of the other buildings, one of the other facilities, then they would, it literally is right there. It could be, I won't say would be, could be another way to say, this is what could happen on those other, especially the other business days of the week.
Right.
Because people who travel for business, that's typically when they're going to be coming to do what they're coming to do.
Correct. We can't be pessimistic about this. We got to look at all the big ideas and then scale down from the big ideas if we have to. But North Chicago can be grand, and a hotel is great for North Chicago. Heck, the other building that's supposed to get torn down, that could end up being a second hotel site. Who knows? But we got to think grand, scale down if we need to. But there are other ways for these hotels to gain tenants throughout the week besides just Wednesday through Saturday for the Navy.
And just one other thing,
Alderman.
and we gotta make sure that the Navy don't work with us, they're supporting North Chicago. Because I know for myself, I had friends coming out of town, the Navy sent them out there in Northbrook.
Because we don't have it.
But I'm just saying, but they had some hotels there at the time, they had comfort in, sleep in out there somewhere on 41. But they had everything, tell them to go out. So I'm just saying.
I agree with you on that.
Oh, not trying to be mean or anything. We just gotta get them to get on board with us as a team here and say, let's work together. We gonna try to get the hotel where y'all guys have supported and advertised with our city.
100%.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, 100%.
Just to concur with you, Alderman, on this study, which is prepared by the experts. This is
Okay.
Their day-to-day job is digging into the data and showing how the market supports certain
Okay,
uses.
I ain't got no problem.
And your concerns are echoed by this report, actually.
Right.
It actually suggests that, hey, a hotel is not the anchor to this site. That is a more of a phase 2 type of project at the
Right.
site
Right.
after an anchor's already been established and
All
there's
right.
some traffic.
Thank you.
Alderman Evans.
But as you indicated, this is by the experts. But I've been sitting here for a while, and we've been getting the same thing from the experts. So we want results. That's what we're trying to get. So therefore, the questions that we're asking about is the concerns about telling us one thing and showing us another thing. See, because experts can tell us all day long, you're gonna get a hotel, you're gonna get a shopping mall and stuff like that. It's easy to say, but we're not seeing the results. So that's why we're sitting here with the concerns that we have. That we were concerned with, so if you're talking about bringing something in, and at the same time, we got the raggedy building sitting across the street from it. Who wants to look at that? Or if you bring something in and you got the railroad and the car lots that's supposed to be a car lot down the street looking raggedy with fences open and everything else. We gotta take care of things that we need to take care of to bring these good things into our city. Cause I know I wouldn't want to invest any money into the city if I'm looking at these things that's not right. So maybe that will be a great start to get those things fixed. as we're trying to prepare for Sheridan Crossing.
All I can do is agree with you wholeheartedly. We share the same aspirations, and everything I do every single day and our department and ECD does every day is to lift the whole tide, you know?
Yeah.
It's not just a one-side thing. We gotta establish all along the MLK corridor, all along the Sheridan Road corridor. Our goal is the whole of North Chicago, not one piece.
Mayor?
You know, Alderman,
Yes.
Alderman, I agree. But each step that we make is moving towards that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? 10, 15 years ago, when we were coming in trying to get the same report, we still had foundation in the ground. There was, and we were going out trying to get, people to put a hotel, and they coming back, wait a minute, you still got sites from fans still there. We don't want you. We eliminated that. We started going out again, Okay, we got rid of the fan steel site. Now we ready. We started having to deal with IEPA.
Yeah.
Every time you get a hotel.
Yeah.
Hotel was dealing with IEP. We are doing everything we can to do eliminators. I guess, excuse eliminators. Now we finally got a point now where we're getting out from the IEPA. We have a better opportunity to go to a hotel or a store or whatever and says, hey, come to this is a site that can be, built upon. Great if we can get phase 1 started, get that crummy building out the way.
That's true.
Get those crummy buildings out behind Commonwealth, out the way.
Right.
Wouldn't it be great at some point where it can tie all the way into Halsey Village?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
We have that opportunity, but we've got to start at some point. And I think now that at least when we go to these developers and say, hey, we got a site for you, we don't have to go to the IEP and says, is it okay, hat in hand, saying, is it okay if we, I was gonna say master, but I'm sorry. Is it okay if we build? We don't have to do that anymore. We can do it on our own now. I was gonna say also that, we get out from under them. We have now an opportunity to build. I think that, it's more feasible. We have to think more creative now. As you talk about putting something there.
Right.
You talk about working with the Navy. Wouldn't it be good or a good idea so they reroute the traffic? All the traffic comes down Martin Luther King,
Right.
goes up
Great.
Bobby Thompson, and
Great.
goes into the base every time graduation
Great.
comes.
Great.
Those are the things we gotta start thinking out of the box to say, you wanna increase traffic flow? Every Thursday, at least you're gonna get thousands of cars in the morning and thousands of cars in the evening. If they see something going on, when their graduation is over with, they're gonna say, hey, let's go back down to that place over here. I see right over here on Martin Luther King.
Right.
And have dinner or have lunch. Stay at that hotel that's there, so we don't have to fight the traffic. We go right up Bobby Thompson, go right into.
Right.
We have to start thinking out of the box of how do we bring more traffic to that site? So, I mean, this is just this is just another piece of that puzzle that we're working on. I hear, Alderman, I heard that same guy with the
Yeah.
hotel. I
Yeah.
hear you. But
Yeah.
if we don't, as we look at Sheridan Crossing, we gotta look at downtown North Chicago also.
Yes. Yes.
We gotta look at, again, across the street. We gotta look at Commonwealth. We gotta look at how do we change North Chicago to make North Chicago more attractive to the other communities? I was just, and you get me on my soapbox, but that was okay. I was just thinking the other day, same way, matter of fact, earlier today, I says, if we could be something that makes people want to come to North Chicago, that destination point. Somehow think out of, I hate to say, I love that golf thing. Top golf is, you know, I mean, it's an attraction.
Yeah.
I can't help it. It's an attraction. I don't know, we got large enough size, but we can tear that red building down and make it.
Across the street.
So I mean, yeah, I hear you, but yes, I think this plan that we've gotten now gives us an opportunity to go out to those developers and say, hey, this is what's viable for this spot. And how do we work to get them to come to it and want to build?
And if I may.
I'm off the box.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
good.
no, I just want to say, I agree with you, Mr. Mayor, and I think the difference is, and I hear your frustration, and I mean, I can remember sitting out there and hearing discussion. You know, about, you know, but what would happen is there'd be maybe some initial interest, and then, pardon me for saying it this way, but then there was a big but. As the mayor pointed out, or whatever, you know, all of a sudden, then there was a hurdle, and then there was another hurdle, and then there's another hurdle, and no developer wants to have to try to contend with that, especially because they certainly have other options. And we couldn't offer them basically a shovel ready. That's the right term, opportunity. Now, with the right data and a site that is or will be shortly shovel ready, that but's not there. And again, that's another obstacle, or it's another way to avoid the or eliminate the reject, right, the well, yeah, but, or no, you know, that's not for us, or whatever it is. And so again, all that resistance now, or a big piece of that resistance, I think will be gone. That's gotta help.
Any other comments or questions? Thank you, Director.
Yeah, no action needed, but
Anything
I
else?
wanted to make you all aware of it and have an opportunity to ask any questions. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I would like to close the Economic Plan and Zoning Committee meeting.
So move.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Allen, second by Alderman Evans. All in favor?
I
I would like to open up the public safety committee meeting. Roll call.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Alderman Jackson.
No, put some bass in that voice.
Now you see why he's talking.
Alderman Coleman,
Present.
Alderman Evans.
Here.
Alderman Allen.
Here.
Alderman Ray. Alderman Murphy.
present.
Alderman Brooks.
Present.
We have one item on the agenda, the discussion of letter of grant award by the Illinois Attorney General for $23,000. We have Chief Perez here.
Good evening,
Sorry, Chief.
Mr. Mayor and Council.
Good evening.
We have an opportunity to receive a $23,000 grant from the Illinois Attorney General's office, specifically to deal with crime in retail businesses. Like some of our restaurants and stuff, as you guys know, we've had some cash machines taken from there. $18,000 of that money. First of all, the grant is all reimbursable. So we'd have to put the money up front and then recoup it back from the state of Illinois. But we can purchase up to $18,000 worth of license plate readers, so automated license plate readers. And then we can use $5,000 of that money for overtime. And I'll take any questions that you may have. Now, the other portion is, as you know, when we sign agreements with license plate readers, typically they're for 3 years. That means the city will be on the hook for the next 2 years worth of license plate readers of approximately $36,000 combined in those 2 years.
Now, how will we fund this project after the grant is over?
City would have to, it would have to come out of
City.
a general fund.
Oh, fine. Fine. You have a question?
Real quick, Chief, have you seen, what's the right way to put this? The license plate readers working for us?
Absolutely. I think the first week we had them on, we had that school bus shooting that actually was captured on camera, which led, by the time somebody came here to complain about it, and I think it was Carmesia, that came to complain about it, we had it solved already. So yes, I mean, this is tremendous.
So the
help.
more that we do deploy within the city, the more it's gonna help capture those, either those readers or vehicles that may have done something.
Absolutely.
Alderman Murphy.
At some point too, I mean, obviously the benefit of catching somebody once they've done something, but once people does it actually then begin to act as a deterrent? Not only a tool for solving the crime once it happens, but
Sure.
as a deterrent.
Sure. I mean, let's look at all the technology that we deployed over the last 6 years. I think has paid huge dividends for the city. Additionally, we should have our drone flying by early August, hopefully late July, early August. And that particular drone does work with the ALPRs.
I mean, to me, that's a big benefit too, because pretty soon if people know that they're likely to get caught and quickly, maybe they decide not to
Have to
do
do
the
it,
crime.
right, exactly.
Go someplace else.
Yeah, or go someplace, well, we don't want to wish that on anybody, but but just that they give up on the idea.
All right. Nothing else? No? Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to close the public safety
So moved.
committee meeting.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Allen, second by Alderman Brooks. Roll call?
Yeah. We don't.
Sorry. Alderman Jackson,
Aye.
Alderman Coleman,
Aye.
Alderman Evans,
Aye.
Alderman Allen. Alderman Murphy.
Aye.
Alderman Brooks.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Sound like Michael Jackson. That's my friend.
Hey, brother.
How you doing? How you doing?
Yes.
Thank you for everything that you do.
Yes. They're not working. He's gonna have to, we have to call the vendor because it's not working.
They still got stuff.
Big old.
It's a good thing.
Uh-oh.
Speak to my attorney.
Alderman Evans.
Step down there.
Are they still
be convinced to eat something. That's okay. I might be convinced to eat. It was a mess. If there was somebody who forced me.
The fireworks? They're in the middle, they were in the middle of 20th and Sherman, and they did